get into these systems to reap that kind of havoc. So
Hello. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Facebook. Well, my dear, Facebook is considered dangerous. Yeah. Young man, Mark Zuckerman, created with good intention, but little did he know that you have evil people out there who will use it to do evil things whenever they feel like. Yeah? I am just saying, young people, young adults need to, have an interactive um, relationship with their parents, because there's a saying that once the child becomes 18 or 21, it's adult. 18, they're an adult. 21, they're legal adult. Because 18 is the adult to get driver's license and stuff. 21 is the adult to, drink alcoholic beverages and stuff. Although you have children who does all these things before those ages, and may get in trouble or may slide through the crack and get spared that ordeal. As I said, there's a God that watches over us and our kids, and praying mothers and praying parents always get spared when God is at hand. Yeah, so when Mr. Mark created his Facebook and his Instagram, maybe God illuminated his mind with this brilliant idea, touch his little heart and soul to say, with the intention to reach out to loved ones far and near. And then at the same time, Satan had the film planning for saying, come with it, man, come with it, because I have something in store for you now. Beat the people. So therefore, in life you can't win it all, because you do something. They have a saying in Jamaica, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So you do something before something come to you, right? And you're gonna have to say something before something comes about to you. Them will tell some lie upon me, and them tell some lie upon you, them tell some lie, them lie, and just enough lie. So if you know what's good for you, and your children, it's good to have an interactive relationship with them. Yes, give them that support, because as I say, it's not everybody get the opportunity or is blessed enough to have their kids into adulthood and grow up to be even all like me. Yeah, with mommy and daddy. Sometimes you lose your father, or you might lose your mother, or you might lose a kid. Yeah, and a child, and that is very painful. I grow my kids. Yeah, they have the precept where, because they're adults, they can do the adult thing, which is make up their own mind, make their own choices, choose their own, make their own decisions and stuff. But at the same time, yes, you are the one who grew them, you the parent grew them to make these choices, to be able or capable to make certain choices. Even though you the parent grow your child, school had an influence. That means not the building, the school, but the people in the school. That means your peers. The teachers had an influence as well. The journey going to school each day, and some had to take public transport. The people on the public transport had an influence into your growing period as well, growing into your adulthood. So all those people played an avid part in your development as an adult. So I'm just saying, parents need to still oversee their children because of those kind of influences. Public transport, school, other kind of activities. Some would do ballet, dancing, drama, acting, music, gymnastics, all sorts of other activities that bring about other type of interaction with other type of people and sources and demons. Then your child might pick up some things now and again of which you do not approve of, some kind of behavior. Well, with my situation on my young adults, because I like to refer to myself and my kids, because it's inappropriate to always talk about other people in my books. Some people will gossip about other families. No, me talk about my own family, my people, my it has to do with me because they are a part of my life. And because they're part of my life, I have to talk about it, whether they're doing good, whether they're doing badly, whether I would like them to do better. It is for me as a part of the family to initiate ways in which we can do things to make things better for me and my family. And if I cannot initiate it, then I can ask for help, or then I can pray about it. Because God answers prayers. Prayers work wonders, right? I am just saying now, my kids, I don't know where they get it from, but them get it from, say, mommy not supposed to talk to them after them reach 18 or 21. When them reach full-fledged adult, mommy don't have to tell them what to do or advise them. So I'm saying, but if you see a child doing something wrong or going in a wrong path, or is stuck in making a wise decision, I think it's only logical that a parent can intervene and offer some kind of insight. It's your child, and when push comes to shove, when your child makes a wrong decision, it still falls back on you, the parent. Because if the decision that they make is going to cost them to be broke, or it's going to cost them to be maimed, hospitalized, or it's going to cost them to die, then who you think is going to bury them if they are not married? Yes, it's going to be the mother or the father. So I believe we as parents still has an integral part to play into the development of our young adult, even though they are developed from their childhood. I don't care what anybody says. If you want to treat your children your way and do it your way, that's your problem with your way. But with me, I think I should still be able to offer my kid a wise advice or interact with them to, say if they're doing something wrong and show them a proper way of doing it or whatever. So I think it's very stupid and foolish, because I am a part of a family that does that, and maybe they are initiating my kids also to do that. But, as a new generation, a group of them, well, my mother don't tell me what to do and my father don't tell me what to do, and their friends or whatever. I am my own man, I'm my own, because they want to brag and whatever. You don't know what go on behind closed doors. Yes, when them behind closed door, once your child lives under your roof, they should still maintain an interactive relationship with their parents to initiate or assist them in making wise decisions. Well, my daughter is far away. She have her own home. She live on her own. So therefore, she doesn't have to really have that interactive relationship with me. But if she was to ask for advice on any particular topic, I know I would be here. I wouldn't be like, oh, child, you're grown now. You know how you ask me what to do or whatever. The most I can do is make a suggestion. You either take it or you don't. Yes? but it is first and foremost. Most parents are usually the first that the child goes to. So whoever advising new generation say, you must ask your parents for advice or for help or whatever once you become an adult. I think is very foolish, and it's very illogical, because I'm even interacting with my son. He's young adult. He's grown into he wants a career in business, choosing to come into the family business, working in the business, even though knowing him and his growing up, he was very artistic, articulative in with his arts and performance, and so I know he has a great ability with his drawing, like his animation or his performing activities, his voiceover performances and stuff like that. I know he's passionate about it, and he would want me to discourage him. So I don't, I don't. If that's what make you happy and that's what you enjoy doing, then fine, go ahead. You were in my house when you started developing that articulative talents on you. So I would not, want to, why would I want my kid to be unhappy? I'm here to make you happy. So if that's what makes you happy, then, I give my support. But at the same time, when you're making decisions that affects me as your mother, or the family, then no, I have to really intervene to say, that can't work, because if you're a family, you're supposed to be working towards that same goal, which is every family works together to make sure a roof is kept over. It's simple. It's just so simple. A roof is kept over their heads, food to eat within the home, the bills are being paid if it's water, light, internet, cable, whatever it is, and the maintenance of your space is kept clean. That is being dished out to all family members that I know of. I don't know what goes on in other people's family, but in all family members I know of that's within my family. So therefore, it is like an expectation that if you come into the home, you contribute to making it remain clean. If you come into the home, you're supposed to be doing something to make sure the bills can be paid. Yeah. Because we're all living and benefiting in that same space, right? We're utilizing that same space now and again. So it should not be anybody in there who is purposely trying to ruin or destroy, because that, to me, destruction, destroying is Satan, is of Satan. And if I call myself a godly person, a Christian, then I see God as godliness is cleanliness, godliness is multiplication, godliness is betterment, godliness is growth, godliness is living. Yeah, so therefore those concepts would always bring about itself presently in my life on a regular basis, because that's what I see. Now my son, he has worked very hard into the family business, and he has developed over the years, because he's not only 21, he's going on 25. At 25, to compare myself, girls develop faster than boys. So I would say, at 25, I was married with a child, and so even though I participated in family business, at the same time I still had my own business running to on the side, and doing my little extra to make sure that me and my partner was okay, and my baby. So I see where parental interaction is necessary, because even though I had my baby and I had my marriage and everything, I would still consult with my immediate family if everything was okay, if they're okay. And they would still consult with me. Are you okay, Chrissy? How is things and stuff? And I would, appreciate that. Yeah, at least, because yes, you say you are an adult and you are doing the adult thing, so you can't really want everything to be, like when you were a kid, when the parents did everything for you solely. So you get to make some decisions on your own. So my son now, he's been doing his business, but as I watch him, as I observe his abilities, and seeing him doing his cooking and getting out his food handlers license permits, and doing his developing his cooking talents as well, and preparing up the jerk center and everything. And I was very proud of him, especially when I see him launched it and stuff like that. And to come to realize today he was having problems, and he didn't come to me with it. He went to his grandmother, of which I offer my assistance all the time to him. But because I don't know, family members and friends, they tease him and say, him is mama's boy, because obviously he's the last child that I have, so he's like the baby. But my daughter is the eldest, so the son came after. So I don't know, he might be sensitive to that teasing, to say mama's boy, and mommy tell him everything to do, and nobody likes a mama's boy because they're spoilt or whatever. So I have been giving him that adulting distancing from, he became that big 21, that 18, 21. You can see that weaning, he was trying to wean himself. He's working on weaning himself from me as, the clinging mom. Yeah. So I get anxiety and worried because that's my only son. So it is going to be necessary for me to, worry a bit if he's okay or whatever. Yes, I can adopt other kids. Yes, I plan to, maybe in the future. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I was going to surrogate a kid. Yeah, me too old, but it's not cool, she's still full of life and energy and would have more kids, so he wouldn't be the baby anymore, if that is what's bothering him, as being the baby of the family. So and being the clingy, me being clingy. So because they said the parents always cling to the baby of the family more, don't want to let them go or whatever. So I let him go a long time because he's doing his own thing, and I see he's functioning and developing and growing and multiplying, which is good. But then now you hear he and his grandmother and his aunties, them and all of them, into discussion about, the solution he should make with his business. Well, sweetheart, as far as I'm concerned, I have been doing business all my life from I'm a baby. So business is not really hard for me to, take on. It's something that I enjoy and have always been doing on my own. My son now with his business, I guess he's having challenges. And instead he comes and asks me, he chose to ask other people, which is his grandma and him auntie them and all other people's where, grandma retired. She don't mind if him stay with her all the time, because you know how grandparents are. They getting old and weaker, and it's nice to know that you have one of your children around you who can assist you when you need them. You can call on them when you need them, and they'll be there. So I know my grandma don't mind him being there with her all the time. and you know, with kids all the time around you, they get allowances and stuff like that. They're young, they don't have bills to pay or anything. So whatever, even if they do their business and stuff, whatever income they make, it's theirs. But then again, I'm like, you're getting your income, and at the same time, he would have my credit card, and I made sure to him, if it's emergency, you use it, because I use it to pay my bills around here as well and whatever. And since my son is earning his own keeps and whatever as an adult, um, I suppose he shouldn't be in any need, cause him no have no bills to pay more than his bills, unless him have a demanding girlfriend who, you know, we know that with males, once them have them partner need a little tip up now and again, depending if them live in a rented house and them don't own them own house, or live with their parents because them can't manage the arguments and whatever, so them want a little extra pocket money. So when you have woman and all them things, you have to give them little money. But when it comes on to you using my card now to do the joyride things, that's a no with me, because you're an adult. You didn't come and ask me when you were having your financial problems with your business. Yes, your business, you took it to your auntie and your grandma and other people. So therefore, if you didn't share with me your problem, I don't see how you can be joyriding on my charge card. That's how I look on it, in response to my son's behavior as a young adult. As an adult, because he's not even young adult anymore. He's going up. Well, he just reached 25. So it's still young adult, but the young adult basically is 18 to 24. Yeah. So in March he'll be 25. 25, them say you're full-fledged. You're full-fledged. You cross the line now, cross the threshold. Brain's supposed to be functioning at top speed. So I am just saying, if he joyriding my charge card when he is already getting his allowance, having his business running and doing whatever he wants to do, on my judgment, I even said to my grandma, when grandma said, your son decides to rent out his drug center. So I was like, but I would help him with it. I would rent it and help him, because this is a drug center now that he uses. He feeds himself with it. He feeds his grandma, and he feeds his stepdad, and him feed all the other family members out of it, and in addition to him, other staff and whatever. But now his decision now is with his grandma, is to rent it because of whatever situation. I am mother. You're supposed to come and relate that to me first. Yeah, but then bypass me, because obviously them I think I know it all. Them not have no respect for me. They're trying to belittle me. So those who fight me will feel it, because them say hard ears have a feel. And it's such a pity that most of the time when hard ears I feel, because it's a part of my family, I feel it as well, because the repercussions always comes back and hit me, just like when, you know, I had my mama's siblings doing their whatever they do with mom and whatever and me, and it ricochet on me, because it cost me, because when I look, my stove is damaged, things, you know, a whole lot of things get all messed up. But that's just the consequence of being in a part of a family, when some family members are trying to put themselves together. When you already put yourself together and have things going on, it's like it sets you back, because they don't know what to do with their life and how to put their life together. So it's going to be a challenge. So here it goes now. The repercussion. My son now is my son. So therefore, he's renting out his shop. So him rent out his shop and collect, because him insists him don't want to rent it out to me, for me to organize to manage it and run it, to actually teach him the proper way of how to get the business going on. Him don't want to listen to me. He want to do it his grandma way. But at the same time, you're running my charge card. Yeah? No, you need to run your auntie's charge card or your grandmother's charge card. The persons who advised you. The persons who advised you to rent out your business, of which was generating an income for you or could generate an income for you, but because they cannot figure out how to do it, they're gonna find some other stranger to show them how to do your business, of which you started, of which is something that your mother know how to do because she do catering from she a picnic. You understand? From I finish high school and working on my own and do my cooking courses and my classes. This is me like 30 years later. Yeah? And me never have them kind of problems there. Yeah? Could feed myself and still earn my little pocket change from it without a problem. And if you choose to do that and then have to be using my card, that it shows me you're having some kind of financial difficulties somewhere, wherever you are. Yeah? And if you're with family members who is supposed to be helping you, looking out for you, using you for their benefit, I think it's unfair, because if you're helping them and they can't help you, I don't see how comes I should be helping you when you're not helping me. You're not helping me and you're still running to me to rescue you, and you call that fair. You call that fair. So then I said, well, instead of get angry, I have to reflect on it, because as God has illuminated my mind with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of how to live with a family member like this, of which I was born into. Yeah, I feel God was the one that brought me into this family for his purpose and his reason. So therefore, whatever I do is pleasing to my Lord and Savior, because I choose to do what is right, and I'm always grateful. I am grateful for the little as much as I am grateful for the much. And God blesses me in so many different ways that sometimes I get the little and sometimes I get the enough. But when it boils down to this, because I have been so quiet for such a long time in regards to my family trying to put themselves together to figure out how to transact their business ventures that they decide to take on successfully without my involvement, because since I have been doing it so far and have not been, what would I say now, looking like I'm dying for hunger, or I don't know, maybe I look like I'm dying for hunger. It's just that they don't tell me. But I am okay, guys, and God has blessed me to hold me together and to pull me through, and I am so grateful. But as I say, prayers work wonders. Yes, and I pray a lot, because as I say, I was brought up Muslim and I became Catholic when my dad died at 18. And so practically half of my life I've been, doing the Christian thing and whatever. My childhood stage was mostly with the Muslims. So I have no regrets. I am glad that it opened my mind to let me realize that even people who are different from you and studying or grew up in different religion does not mean they are not human, or does not mean they're not blessed, or does not mean they're not titled to humanitarian liberty or living, and not because a person is different from you means you have to treat them badly. My family is like that. If a person is different from you, acts different from you, speaks different from you, it's 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 it is like a big thing. It's like they want to say they're better, or. So I don't know about that, but I just give credit where it's due. I look at the action of what do you do while you are living, while you're around, and then judge my I will judge my thoughts on the behavior of what you do with the living. Behavior doesn't mean like if you talk patois or if you cuss bad word. It's if you are doing your work. You understand? Because of socialization and upbringing, some people, every sentence comes out of their mouth is a curse word. So from my observation, I've noticed even the entertainers does it. Sometimes they're talking straight and there's a curse word come out after in the middle of their sentence, which kind of throw off everything. So it's just the habit. I remember, I have other friends and stuff and family members that when them talk, it have to come with some curse words in it, and if you're not familiar with it or you don't like that, then you're going to want to belittle the person when the person has great ability. As I said, look upon Cardi B, look upon Spice. Spice doesn't do that. I would say more Shensia. Shensia would do that. And there's another one. You have a lot of them out there. Every other word is a curse word that comes out of their mouth in normal talking. So it kind of throw people off, and people is like, okay, you can't go certain places, you can't do certain things, you're considered lesser than us, we're not paying you any money, we're not giving you any jobs, we'll just wait until you die. They want to kill them. I'm like, are you guys for real? Yes, that's some of my family members, right? Oh my gosh, did you hear what they said to me? Did you hear what they do to me? So I'm like, are we the only family members who have people who can speak in curse words and to explain themselves or to express themselves? I doubt it, but as much as my family is illiterate, so they're unable to comprehend people's differences. So and when they see somebody different from them, they feel inferior, and they try to, I am gonna try and remove myself to be like, they're trying to be like, want to be somebody else who they're not, because they're scared of interacting with somebody of which they do not agree with that kind of behavior. So, and sometimes it stems from in school too, because I remember, when you're younger and you're going to school, I remember my mom sent me to a private school, and the lady would get canes, bamboo canes, and beat the kids, line them up to beat the kids. Well, I didn't get none because I started bawling and running from me. She took out that bamboo cane. I was like, I'm getting out of here. Oh no, you're not killing me in here. But she would whip the kids for curse words when they speak. If they speak and a curse word come out, so they had schools and teachers who whipped the kids if they speak in curse words, which these were words that they learned from at home, from their parents, from their neighbors, from wherever they were, wherever they're socializing, if they go on bus transportation, public transportation, just wherever. If them go to a dance, they might interact with other kinds of people, and these are the way they talk to express themselves to show, say, don't mess with me, I'm a bad girl or I'm a bad guy and I'm gonna fight you if you come pick on me and whatever. So it's just a way of bragging about them big now, because them can't speak like that, and basically at home maybe they can't speak like that, and in the schools they can't speak like that because they're beating them. So it becomes a habit to express themselves as, I am legal adult now when I can say things like this. I'm not scared of you. I'm my own man, I'm my own girl, I'm my own boss. You understand? So some people cannot accept that. So because of that, no, those are the people you can't really interact with when you're having a party or you're doing certain things. If you know you have those kind of tendencies, you don't really mix socialization with those type of people, because it is going to turn into a fight. It's going to turn into a fight because the people is going to say that behavior is not allowed here, and if you cannot confirm your behavior, you're not welcome. So this is why most of the time you have private parties and you're wondering why certain people aren't invited when you have in your private party and not when I'm in private party. Because when you have private party, if certain people's behavior and their attitude is different from accepting the others, the hosts, then they're gonna say, no, this person, they strike that one off the invitation list, they strike that one. So sometimes it's not just about financial restraint, it's also about behavioral restraint. And then you have some now where some people is just prejudice. If you're too black, me don't want you to come to my party, strike them off the list. This is a brown people party. You understand? This is a white people party. You understand? They do all those things. So you have to be very careful in where you go and socialize with people. So therefore, I always tell people, young adults, interacting with your parents is the most important, because your parents have been through things, having experienced certain things. Experienced my family. I am different from my family. I think different, I act different, I behave totally different, and I was educated differently from them. So in truth, I am totally different from my family. So I'm just saying, when an issue arises, a simple thing with my son now, he is having a problem with his business, and if he knows his mom is different from the family, he should have, knowing that I bring him up, I grew him up, he should have had that confidence to say, let me ask mom what he thinks. But since he is so adamant on taking charge of his life and feeling that he mustn't ask me for help or advice in that way, then how comes you're demonstrating financial help when you're demonstrating financial dependency when you did not tell me you were having a financial difficulty with your business? Okay, so that kind of thingy there just does not resonate well with me at all, because if you're having a problem, you should be able to ask if, what do I think? It's simple to say, mom, what do you think? Do you think you should do this? Or I'm gonna do this because I'm having a problem doing this and that and this and that. But you didn't want my advice, so if you don't want my advice, you can't throw down your burdens on me. It's inappropriate, it's wrong, right? And hope your family members and your peers that is advising you against me can advise you and tell you what you're doing is wrong. You don't throw down your burdens on me when you did not ask my opinion, or you don't want my opinion. Right? You feel you don't need my opinion because you're too big on it. So you can't throw down your burdens on me. If you need my opinion, if you ask my opinion, then I would understand what is happening, and I could find a way to prepare myself to say, okay, I would do this. But I asked, and grandma said no, because they're giving it to somebody else and whatever. And I think that decision is the dumbest decision I've ever seen in my life for that solution. But who am I to judge and to say anything? Because as I say, me are the fool and me are the dunce. So since me are the fool and me are the dunce, I will sit and watch how you wallow in it, but do not throw your burdens, your financial burdens on me, son. When you throw away your business to somebody else, don't do it. Opportunity only knocks once. It doesn't knock all the time. God gives people second chances. When he gives people second chances, you make good use of your second chances. Yeah? And some people lucky enough like me, or blessed enough I should say, like me, to get even third chances. And maybe all more. So sit down there. Sit down there and bad mind me and my God. Mess me up, man, sometimes. Mess me up, make me feel go on, go on away. But it's alright, man. God sees and knows all things, and I always give it to my God in prayer. Amen. Have a good night.